Just a moment. I have asked about your own party's security committee. Is it also the practice? Could it be that you, in your security directorate, you could have people who work for you in your presidential committee, but are not necessarily members of your party? I'm asking that question.
And we were not supporting our president.
I did not talk about support or not support. They have a duty to do. I'm just asking, is it possible that you appoint people who are not members?
I think with respect, I've answered your question. I've proven to you when APC say we should produce an evidence, we produced documentary evidence, their own advert. We did not advertise, they did that. We produced pictures. They were in the public domain, certified from records, and they go ahead to tell us that we should go and bring the card. Are you joining APC to request that PDP should go and produce the card?
I have asked a question on the work.
Simple. I think I've satisfied.
Just a moment, if I may clarify my question. I have asked a question on the workings of political parties.
I think I've answered that. You can proceed to the next question.
I'm sorry I didn't quite get the answer. The question, just a moment, just in case.
If APC, as a political party, advertised, put an advert, wherein they said, here are members of our party that have been elected, that have been selected to act in various committees.
That's not the question I have asked you. I have asked if it's also the practice.
Was in there as a member of the security intelligence. And we believe that because of the, except if you want us to be disputing what they advertise, if they say here are members of our parties that are doing that, then we believe that they are members of their party and they're served in their committee. That's one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is that because of this consanguinity relationship of the president, he should not be DG of the SSS.
How is he related to the president?
Do you know how many people have been locked up? Why should we descend to an era of what happened in 1984, where people are just locked up randomly?
Chobeti, can you hear me? How is the DG related to the president?
And due process.
How is the DG related to the president?
He has blood relationship with the president, and he has not been denied. Garba Shehu dodged the question yesterday by saying simply that we should bring the parts of the Constitution which disqualifies Lawal Daura from duty. Which law? Because it's related to the president. You see, that's why they don't get it. He didn't deny it. All he said is that we should produce which part of the Constitution disqualifies him. We are saying that it is immoral, it is unconventional, it does not happen in any parts of the country, or any parts of in developed democracies. Once you have a relationship with a president, there are certain areas, there are sensitive positions that you cannot be appointed into. Otherwise, Mr. President can as well appoint his wife, who would believe is educated and qualified to be the DG of the SSS. Appoint his own brother or his own daughter, who had schooled abroad, so must be qualified to be chairperson of INEC.
Speaking about INEC, I mean, she has said that she doesn't understand why there's a lot of fuss about this, because after all, the PDP, she has served in several capacities. They appointed her into those positions, and so why don't they just look at the competence that she can deliver, and what is the disagreement about her being in that position?
Thank you so much, Chamberlain. We are not questioning the competence of Amina Zakari. We believe she's very competent. We believe she's very capable. She's very capable to serve even Mr. President as one of INEC commissioners. She's competent and capable to serve as chairperson of Independent National Commission, Electoral Commission, under any other Nigerian as president. But because her uncle is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, she cannot be dispassionate in the discharge of her duties. There is absolutely no way that she will not be sentimentally involved in whatever record she's looking at when it comes to issues that affect her uncle's party. And that's what we are saying. We're not talking about her merit, her capability, her competence. No. We're talking about because she's related, the sentiments and the emotions that come with such relationship will affect the discharge of our duty. Simple. I don't understand what else, how else I can explain it, or how else you want me to explain it. It's very straightforward. It is completely immoral. It cannot happen in any other democracy. It's only in Nigeria. And our party, we've sustained democracy for 16 years. We have never had it like this. There has never been anywhere that the APC or ACN or whatever party they used to be called before had questioned Mr. President's appointment in INEC or DG of the SSS. They have never produced such records. And if they had, this whole country would have gone up. The civil societies, the lawyers that keep on talking, they would have been on the air. They would have filed suits. But because everybody believes that PDP, we are big, we should be victim always, they should keep on intimidating us, they should run us out, and they should make sure that this party PDP dies. Nobody wants to talk. The civil societies are keeping quiet in the face of it. Today is the PDP. Tomorrow it will be the ordinary citizens. We are watching. This is Nigeria. 2.5 months, we have seen a descent to draconian rule.
Mr. Metu, if I may come in here, Mr. Metu.
Let's come in.
The question, what is the grasp of the PDP? Is it the competence of the DG of the DSS?
Nyota, how many times do I need to explain it? Okay, how do I explain it? We're not talking about his competence.
Okay, you've answered me, Mr. Metu, you've answered me.
Different question.
Okay, you've answered me. Can I just move on, please?
I don't want to go there. I know what you're referring to, but I do not want to go there yet. We are talking about his relationship with Mr. President and his being a member of Mr. President's party.
Have you seen his membership card?
Have you ever seen mine? You know, do you know that?
Okay, Mr. Metu, if you wanted to achieve, if you want to achieve a task, would you need someone to be a member of your party to get the person to carry out that task, or you can bring in someone based on his competence?
Then that person will have to be a consultant. And in that case, you might not need to advertise in the newspapers that he's a member of your party. Here are members of our party that we are appointing to committees. You might not need to go to that level. Or putting his name amongst members of your party who will serve in committee. You will not need to go to that level. Any other question? Because I have issues I want to raise here.
What issues do you want to raise?
Issues, because I want you to understand something. The success of this administration in the next 4 years is not going to be personal to Mr. President or to the APC members. It will be collective success for all Nigerians. So we in the PDP, we are mindful of that. And we want to ensure that this country moves forward in the next 4 years. We will not be involved in any way to distract or detract Mr. President from the performance of his duty or moving Nigeria forward, progressing Nigeria. That is why we are supporting him on any issue that he has taken on insurgency. When President Jonathan was in office, any little attack, the APC will insult, they will abuse him, they will make divisive statements. Now, we have never done that. They said that they are fighting anti-corruption. We are backing them. That a crime is a crime, whether committed by your friend, your father, a member of your party, is a crime. We will not tolerate that. And we will not defend anyone that is guilty of corrupt practices because the person is a member of our party. We will not go there. We want these monies to be recovered, including the ones that are not part of it. Whatever it is, let them trace it and get the money. It is about country. But one, due process should be followed. There should be respect for rule of law, and people should not be selected. Whether they want, they can make it selective. Let them select only members of PDP. We don't have any problem with that. But my problem is that probe in itself, calling it probe and everything, should not be the agenda of the government. The only thing that you're offering Nigeria is anti-corruption. Want to probe. A country cannot move forward when it focuses only on probe or anti-corruption. What are your programs that you have?
Before you talk about the programs, because they will tell you they have a lot of documents about that one. Are you
vindictive war against selected people.
Let's even speak to that issue. I mean, are you embarrassed at the kind of stories that are consistently making the rounds about allegations of graft against people who served in your government, I mean, under your party in government?
I am embarrassed about the caliber of people who make certain or substantiated, how do I say it again, allegations. I'm embarrassed that the governor, well, maybe because he didn't go to school, will come up to our air and shout that Americans, US officials, told him that a minister took $6 billion or $9 billion. Does he know what $9 billion or $6 billion is? Does he know what it is? And then you make such allegations, and then he goes further to insist that PDP people should be stoned. Listen, I want you to understand what is happening. This is a mind game that they are playing. They want Nigerians to see anybody that is a PDP member as a criminal, as a corrupt person, unfit to be a Nigerian, and should be relegated to the background, killed or stoned. They want to do political lynching of our party members. So what do? Tomorrow we have found this amount of money in a farm belonging to somebody that served PDP, $7 billion or something. Tomorrow they've done this. Listen, if you have information, investigate. Even when you shout about it, it affects the investigation of the case.
But the thing about this is, Chief Mitchell, while you were speaking about...
Sorry, sir. Investigate and prosecute. The PDP supports you.